Medic 412.
Massive scalp avulsion.
Revealing what was underneath, which is essentially skull.
He can't feel the left side of his body and no movement in the left lower extremity.
Part one of a long journey.
This whole story, if it was fiction, you would say it's totally impossible.
These are stories of real people. These are stories of the Sharp experience.
911 emergency, what are you reporting?
I just witnessed a huge accident.
Severe rollover. You got others pinned in the vehicle. The driver doesn't look like they're moving, and there's a kid on the ground.
Motor vehicle accident has a massive scalp avulsion.
There was also a child involved.
What's your name?
He says that he can't feel the left side of his body and no movement in the left lower extremity.
Kevin, driver of a truck, unknown while he rode over. 1, 2, 3.
Kevin, do you have a son, Luke?
He's the man.
He is your man, and Children's Hospital, he's doing great.
I got a phone call, and she said, I just want to tell you first that your son is okay, but he's here with us. He's been admitted today. And, of course, I started crying, and,
The vehicle went across the other lane of traffic and up onto the center median, the race center median, traveled on the center median.
That threw the truck in the air, and then as it came back to the freeway, it started rolling.
And then the truck just flipped.
Okay, we're on the way.
My boyfriend parked and I started sprinting towards the accident. Cars scattered everywhere, dust flying around. Saw Kevin hanging out the door. His head was gashed open, so I took off my shirt and wrapped it around his head and applied pressure. Just the words he kept repeating were, "Get me out, get me out, get me out." And then when he asked if he was going to die, saw Kevin hanging out the door. His head was gashed open, so I took off my shirt and wrapped it around his head and applied pressure. Just the words he kept repeating were, "Get me out, get me out, get me out." And then when he asked if he was going to die, it broke my heart.
Doing good, sir.
He completely degloved the top of the scalp.
it's just a huge layer that's ripped back, revealing what was underneath, which is essentially skull.
If you have a massive injury to the scalp, then there's a chance of massive bleeding.
Keep track of how much bleeding is going
Blood
on.
pressure 144/95.
Sir, wiggle your left hand, will you? Squeeze my fingers, will you, on your left hand?
Trying, man.
Got nothing.
You kind of always hope that there's not some injury to the spinal cord that's causing that.
Sir, can you hear me? Try to wiggle your toes.
He does not move his left side.
They're consulting neurosurgery about the spine.
X-ray left humerus.
Distal third transverse humerus fracture.
CT chest, head and C-spine.
CAT scan is definitely going to be our friend in this diagnosis. It's going to let us know if there's any bleeding in his brain. It's going to let us know if there's any injuries in his spinal cord.
You gotta get a good picture of your spine.
We want to make sure that your neck is not broken.
Kelly, and you're his wife? Okay. You're getting CAT scans right now. He's awake talking to us.
You did a great job. We're all done. We're going to get you out, okay?
I spoke with Kelly. I'm going to call her so you can talk to her, okay?
He didn't have a severe injury to the brain, but he did have a fracture in his neck, and it showed that he had some injury to the spinal cord.
She's on the phone with you right now, hon. Kelly said that she loves you. She'll be there as soon as she can.
How you doing, Kev? Okay, what's the most bothersome thing for you?
Oh, it's the back of my head.
What we're going to do is take you back to the operating room. I'm going to continue talking with you, and we're going to scoot you safely off the surgery, get all this fixed up for you, get you back to doing what you normally do in a nice, healthy way. All right? So, he's got a broken neck. What we have to do is fix the laceration here so he stops the extensive blood loss without disturbing his neck.
If he's moved wrong or anything like that, it could damage the cord more.
It's not a good situation to have decreased blood flow. We are going to adjust the blood flow so his organs get properly perfused. And when you do that, the patients recover a lot faster. Our hospital is one of the few centers in the United States that's doing this.
Looking better.
Part one of a long journey.
Yeah.
The head injury, it was really hard to see. I knew that it was very large, but it was very difficult.
He broke his humerus right about here. And the humerus has a nerve that runs right across where that fracture was.
It's intact right now.
If it stops working, he'll be only able to grab like that. Our goal is to get the bone realigned.
The bone lines up very nicely. 2 months to heal the bone.
He still has significant deficit in terms of his ability to move his leg and foot.
What we're planning to do is actually take out the C6 vertebra, and by decompressing it, we're going to give him the best chance we can to have a full recovery. So we're just resecting the vertebra here. When we have to resect an entire vertebra, obviously we're working right around the spinal cord and sensitive nerves, so it is a complex operation. We've taken the entire vertebra out, and now we're going to reconstruct this with this titanium spacer. We're going to gradually a little bit. So we're going to take a picture here and make sure we like the alignment. Yeah, the top is good. Looks fantastic.
I'm just so happy that it just wasn't their time to go.
Push, 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 push.
You are. How are you feeling right now?
I feel so successful that I can barely stand it.
On 3, we're going to stand, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, and 3.
Nice.
Are you smiling?
No.
He's smiling.
Good.
When you see patients progress, it makes my job just that much more like worthwhile. I want us to try to take a couple steps.
I can't move this.
Yeah, you can.
Going. Keep going.
Ooh. Lean to me.
Yeah, lean into that walker. There we go. And then take a step with the right. Good.
About.
Okay.
This is definitely hard.
Okay. There. Good.
All right.
Good job.
And just, hearing him talk about his kids, wanting to get back home with his wife and his 4 kids. And it's just a pretty neat experience.
I feel like I went through like a prize fight or something. There's not many parts of my body that don't hurt.
I know it's hard. That's part of the baby step process. One step at a time.
You could just see it in his dad's eyes, even this morning. Okay, what are you guys going to do? Do you think he's going to walk?
When he puts his mind to something and really decides that's what he wants to do, you best get out of his way or help him. There she is.
Love you, baby.
He's an amazing father. He's overly proud. He's always bragging about his boys.
Those 4 infectious boys, there's something about them.
Put your hand in his. Let's see if he can squeeze your hand. Yeah, come on. Yeah, I see the fingers moving.
Hard.
Yeah, it's a slow process.
And I'm just amazed at how much you're doing.
Well, I haven't exactly run the halls yet.
Glad to be home. Wow, thank you guys so much.
Luke and I have a bond that'll never be broken. Truck can't hurt me, right? Right? I'm like, get off me, truck. I gotta come home and see my boys.